Growing up, you come to Friday Night Lights and you watch the games week in and week out, dreaming of the one day that you get to play on the field. And for 11 of our seniors tonight, they're going to take this field for the final time here at Columbia Multi-Purpose Field. It's senior night. We got 11 football players. We're going to be honoring the cheerleaders, honoring the ROTC, and the flag personnel as well. It's a beautiful night. We thought we were going to be soggy tonight, but it's okay. Weatherman held off. Mother Nature's on our side. We got the Eagles and we got the Cougars coming up here in another Cahokia Conference matchup and Week 8 football. And in a weekend that we didn't know what to expect, we thought that this might be a huge pivotal conference game. Instead, it's going to come up. The Eagles are going to be trying to play spoilers, trying to enjoy their senior night, and trying to have a good night all together. Coach Jermaine, he's got his work cut out for him, as you see right there, getting the guys ready to go. He's got his work. This Central offense is going to put up a ton of points. So, Jared, we come into this game, senior night, like I said. What are some things that you remember from your senior night and all the senior nights that have been in the past as well?
I can't really remember who we played on senior nights, but I know we always came out with a win my sophomore, junior, and senior year, and what was most important, my senior year. So it's always important to come into these senior night games and, just have fun out there. It's knowing that you're 1-6 this season. Haven't won a conference game since 2 weeks ago against East Saltwood River, and then you got probably one of the best teams that we've ever played in our conference, Breese Central, coming in tonight to mess with us. So we'll see how we do from that.
Well, welcome into the booth here on KCHS, the Aces Wild pregame show. Alex Schlimmer and Jared Jermaine coming to you once again. In our final time up here at KCHS, we thank everyone for listening and joining week in and week out. Aces Wild, our pregame sponsor, they have live music coming up tomorrow night. So if you're in town looking for something to do, make sure you head up and listen to some live music going on up there. So, Jared, tonight's game, though, we're coming into a game. We're coming off of a huge, great fight out of our guys. I think we said in the second quarter, man, we don't see any fight in our guys. And insert foot and mouth. Our boys did good in the second half.
Yeah, they proved us wrong. That first half wasn't really pretty by us. I think it was 20-6 at halftime, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And then we got going in the second half. I think they scored again to make it 27-6. So we were down 21 points. Scored 3 touchdowns unanswered and tried to go for 2 to win it, but came up a little short. And
that's a big thing, like you said, the fight. The stringing some things together. One thing that we've talked all year, we don't really get much offense going, and we've progressed. We've talked to Coach Horner and Coach Jermaine both in the Holton's coaches show. When we talk to them, and they say every time, our guys are progressing. When we started the year off, there was games we had 60 yards of offense, and now all of a sudden we're getting 60 yards in 2 drives. So it's kind of nice that we're able to string some stuff together and get some drives going that we typically weren't seeing early in the year.
Yeah, and I think our offensive line has gotten a lot better throughout the season. I think we were talking in the first 3 weeks, I'd say, we were getting to the line of scrimmage and already getting pushed back, most of our running backs and quarterbacks. So I think tonight and the last 2-3 weeks have looked a lot better. Hopefully tonight we can come in and keep that push going.
Some big things that happened last week. We had Hudson Bryant scoop and score. I think that was our first defensive touchdown this year. Yeah. And it came at a crucial time. That gave a lot of momentum. And we went into Salem. We never lost to them at all in the 6 games that we played. So when that kind of got the wheels turning a little bit for the Eagles, Mason Vegley, I think he did a great job. Sometimes when he shows a play action, he kind of shows it real quick and he pulls it. And he had one that he ended up, I think it was like a 40-yard run. He really rode the running back a long way, and then he ended up getting a big run down the middle of the field. So he did good running the football and then throwing the football. I think he completed 75% of his throws, something like that. Had a great night through the air. So like you said, everything's progressing for the Eagles, and it's looking good in the future. And unfortunately, this year it comes across as a 1-6 season currently. So hopefully we're able to put some stuff together on this very good Breese Central team. So another thing, you look at that last drive last week, started with the big run. I think we had 95 yards ahead of us in the final 2 minutes. We get down, we score really quick. Then you got to go for 2. We talked. You said, Alex, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
And I didn't let you get ahead of yourself.
Before the drive even started, I was saying that.
I didn't let you get ahead of you, but I just agreed I wasn't going to go for overtime. So let's go back to that 2-point conversion play. There was a lot of moving parts. Some things kind of fell apart. Some guys fell down, and ultimately didn't get the job done.
Yeah, and it was a formation that we haven't seen all season. I think Coach Horner put it in last week. We had 3 running backs back in the backfield with Mason Vegley. I think they were just going to try like a sweep to the left with Vegley, and just no blocking really didn't work, so came up short.
So when you look at that play, we kind of talked on our way home. Do you go to a play that you've done good on. Like in our world, we knew a flow and a flash were two plays that we had done well on last week. Do you go to a flow and a flash, or do you go to something new that they've never seen before?
I think if you're 1-5 going into last week, I think you just got to have fun with it. You got to throw some new plays in there and maybe some trick plays that we added in, and that's what Coach Horner did. We know we're not going to get in the playoffs, so, I mean, these last 3 weeks, I think he's just been trying to have a little fun with the guys.
And you're going to see what you got coming up for you as well in the future here. As you can see there, we have the cheerleaders coming up. You started the broadcast with the football team, so now we have 3 cheerleaders, the flags, and ROTC is going to be rounding out the top there. So whenever we come back, we will talk about this week, the conference, and this matchup that we have with the Cougars. We're going to send it back down to the field for senior night with everyone else. We will be back with the Aces Wild pregame show right after this.
Let's introduce senior night for our senior cheerleaders, flags, and ROTC. We'll start with our cheerleaders, starting with Cadence Johnson. She's with her parents, Courtney and Garrett Johnson. Her plans after graduation are to attend Ole Miss to study physical therapy. Favorite memory at Columbia High School senior homecoming week. Biggest accomplishment while at CHS was winning ICCA junior year. Ava Raymer, with her parents, Amanda Raymer, Robert Raymer. Her plans after graduation, getting her master's degree in architecture. Favorite memory at Columbia High School was senior homecoming week. Biggest accomplishment while at CHS was placing second at state for cheer. Reagan Search, with her parents, Tyson and Amber Search. Her plans after graduation are to attend Western Kentucky University on the pre-dental track. Favorite memory at Columbia High School is cheering at the football games and the Chicago cheer camp senior year. Her biggest accomplishment while at CHS is maintaining a high GPA to remain in NHS while balancing cheer, family, and friends. With our flag team, Molly Pittman, along with her parents, Michael and Sarah Pittman. Her plans after graduation are to attend SWIC for 2 years, then attend SIU Carbondale to study zoology. Favorite memory at Columbia High School is meeting the best German exchange students she could ask for. Biggest accomplishment while at CHS is making it to senior year. Bridget Whaley with Jessica Janik. Plans after graduation are to attend school for fashion design. Favorite memory at Columbia High School is planning Spirit Week outfits with her friends. Biggest accomplishment while at CHS is winning first place color guard at the Peatneyville Parade. Emma Wuker, with her parents Heather Hendricks and Mark Wuker. Plans after graduation are to attend a 4-year university and major in aerospace engineering. Favorite memory at Columbia High School is going to Disneyland for the first time with all her friends and being able to perform with the marching band. Biggest accomplishment while at CHS, surviving AP Chem. Our ROTC member, William Goodrich, with his parents Liz and Dave Hornell. Plans after graduation to attend a 4-year university and major in history. Favorite memory at Columbia High School is going on the ROTC trip to Colorado Springs. Biggest accomplishment while at CHS is taking the SAT and completing it. Anna Buschulte with her parents, Jennifer and Timothy Buschulte. Plans after graduation are to attend SWIC for EMT and Fire Academy. Favorite memory at Columbia High School, AFJ ROTC trips. Biggest accomplishment while at CHS, winning a letter for AFJ ROTC drill competition. Let's hear it for our senior student athletes, cheer, flag, and ROTC members.
Welcome back to the Aces Wild pregame show as we continue our senior night festivities. And Jared, we'll talk a little bit about our senior nights here. We already talked about this. You got the victory. You got the upper hand. I lost 27-20 to Breese Central, and in a game that, this usually, like I said earlier, has a lot of implications to it. So what do you remember, and what's your message to the seniors as they come in tonight and where they're going in the future?
So, some of these kids have been playing since they were 5, 6 years old in kindergarten. So all that I could really say is just take it all in. It's your last time playing on this field. You grow up to play Columbia football, and you always dream to play Columbia football. So it's your last game in front of your fans, in front of all your friends. So I think just go out there and just have fun.
That's a big thing. We talked a lot about the Blue Crew and what they do tonight. They've got their construction and highlighter yellow clothes on. I don't know what you really want to call it. I guess we'll call it construction.
Night, yeah.
But, they've done a great job supporting the kids throughout the year. They've always got the stands packed up and everything, too. So the school does a great job with the Blue Crew, not only at football games, at volleyball, at basketball. They're a great student section, so they do a good job. And that's what makes it fun, too. Typically, these stands are full. I think tonight they might be a little less full just because of the weather that I said that we weren't going to have. And then as soon as I said that, my phone went off and said the rain's on its way. So I think tonight maybe it won't have as many fans, but typically these fans do a great job coming out and supporting the guys.
Yeah, and all the kids' parents that you have up here supporting throughout the whole season is always great to see. Having the perch out there before every game is something that's always great to see, them tailgating before games. So, it's the last go-around, so try to get a W out of this one.
Yep. So let's talk a little bit. We'll talk the conference schedule and recap what's going on tonight. Really isn't anything that's out of the norm. Roxana Shells are going to be the conference representatives, are currently sitting at 7-0, and unless they – I don't think
Wood
they're going
River's going to them, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much of a
Upset
task.
alert?
Yeah, upset alert maybe so. But Roxana's going in 7-0. Wood River's 0-7. The game that we got circled, though, Salem and Freeburg.
Yeah, they're both what? I think they're both – or no. Yeah, they're both 4-3, so whoever wins tonight could likely have a playoff spot. So it's at Freeburg. We'll have to be looking at that score and updating people on that one because that's one to watch for sure.
And we'll stick with the conference here. Last week's conference championship game, Roxana and Breese Central. In a game that we watched at the halftime show, we said, man, it's 22-21,
yeah,
I think it was.
Close.
And then all of a sudden you looked back
off.
and it was 57-22. So the Cahokia Conference shaped out like we expected it to, and hopefully we're going to be able to get another Cahokia Conference victory here tonight. We're going to head to a break, and when we return, we will talk about the Central Cougars who are coming in tonight at 4-2. We'll be back with the Aces Wild pregame show right after this. Welcome back to the Aces Wild pregame show, where I just said the Central Cougars were 4-2. They're 5-2. They're coming in tonight, and we got our hands full here whenever we come into this game. You heard it from Howie, though. We're going to go through Howie Knapp's little notes that he's got. This series dates back to 1974, and other than 1 year, the Eagles and the Cougars have matched up. He didn't have the record off the top of his head today, but this is something I think Freeburg is the longest-standing matchup that we have. Breese Central's coming in, the second longest, and Coach Horner, Coach Jermaine, Coach Short from Breese Central all get along well and all have a lot of respect for each other.
Yeah, and if you can even remember last year, that was probably one of the best game of the year, I'd say.
Yeah.
I remember Don Bagley had 3 carries for 3 touchdowns for about 160 yards, so that was a fun one. But yeah, going back with against Coach Shorty and all these other guys on that side of the ball, I mean, it's always fun. It's always a battle. I know this year might be we'll see what happens, but yeah, over the past, I'd say 10, 15 years, every time I've seen these two play, it's a battle, so I'm excited.
Central's coming out. They got 13 coaches on their sideline over there. I think Columbia, we got 6. So they got the upper hand on the coaches, but I think I'll take the brains and the tenuredness from our 2 coaches, and Coach Horner and Coach Jermaine. This is an even matchup. This is the first time that Columbia, 618 students, 620 for Breese Central. So somebody that's pretty much our side, it's going to be pretty even. A lot of times we're playing some schools that are bigger than us, which kind of blows my mind because I thought we were always big. But there's a lot of other schools that get a lot more feeder programs. So we're coming in 618 to 620. And like I said, we've played all along. So let's go back to last year's game. You think of Don Vagley and his runs. I don't think I'll forget about seeing Logan Hicks coming from the backside. They
that tackle.
They went for 2 at the end of the game to win that game. Logan Hicks comes from the backside, makes the initial contact. Don Vagley comes up and cleans everything up at the end and makes a big tackle. I think at like the 1 or 2 yard line. It was close. So that was a fun game, and hopefully tonight we're going to be able to have just as much fun here tonight coming into the game. So we look at them on the offensive side of the football and the stats that they're putting up. Get ready to run. Yeah. We got to get going.
Their quarterback's thrown for over 1,100 yards, 17 touchdowns, only 4 picks on the year, 77 completions. So, I mean, that tells you they're going to throw the ball a lot. They got 2 running backs that they like to give the ball to. One of them's got 465 yards. The other's got almost 400 yards, 11 touchdowns combined. So D-line and linebackers are going to have to be playing well tonight against that offensive line and shooting gaps and just trying to get in the backfield and make plays.
And when we watched film, we saw a couple different formations that they're going to have. We're going to be watching keying in on one guy. It seems like he took the ball majority of the time, or he took you to the ball. The guards
number
can
36.
go. Number 36. I couldn't remember his number. Glad you're here. But the guards can go one way. If number 36 goes the other way, who cares what the guards are doing? We got to go follow the ball the other way. And then they got another goofy formation with putting a guy 15 yards deep. You got to figure. You got to honor that.
Yeah. The Canadian Football League out there.
You got to honor that guy being over there, but he might be a decoy too. So, Coach Jermaine gonna have his hands full, but he understands this stuff, and he's been doing it. I think just as long as you've been alive, pretty close to it. So, they've got everything figured out over there. So, when we look at the defensive side of the ball and our offense, we're gonna have our hands full. We're gonna have to move the ball, and like we said, we've progressed farther and farther. So, hopefully, we're able to keep things going and get some points on the scoreboard. And we've done a very good job on the turnover battles this year, I feel like. Last week we had 1 big turnover, big fumble, but we still ended up even, I believe it was, because of Hudson's scoop and score. So tonight we're going to have to hang on to the football.
Yeah, that just reminded me last week on our ride home. We said that muffed punt and then the blocked PAT, and we probably would have won that game. I don't want to say that we probably would have won. I think we would have won that game.
Yeah. 10% of the plays make 90% of the outcome on special teams. Yep. We've said that a time or two.
Yeah, you've said that.
But yeah, and I also said, Keegan hasn't missed a PAT all year, and you could hear it on the broadcast, you knocking on the wood, but it was too late. I already said it. The PA jinx. So going back to last week. Sorry about all the technical difficulties. Salem was the game that we decided we weren't doing video on road games anymore.
We wanted 7 broadcasts last week.
Yeah, we kept it going. So thanks to Josh. He kept the broadcast going because I was about to give up on it. So thanks to Josh for getting everything up and running, and thanks for everyone for understanding that too. So tonight, coming into this game, we also have a couple more thanks that we have to give. We have to thank the Electrodor for getting tonight's meal from the Columbia City Saloon that went to the players, their pregame meal, and we'd like to thank the Columbia Quarterback Club for getting the meal also from the Columbia City Saloon to the volunteers that get here before the games and get everything up and rolling. We're going to head to one more break real quick as the band comes out. We'll bring you the players coming out, and we'll bring you the national anthem from the Columbia Multi-Purpose Field right after this. Columbia multi-purpose field where the Eagles and the Cougars are about to get ready and set here in another Cahokia Conference matchup. We're going to send it back to Mr. Christian Avis Rouse and the Eagles Marching Band for our national anthem.
Place your hand over your heart as we pay respect to this great country with the playing of the national anthem. The colors are presented by the Columbia High School's very own Air Force Junior ROTC. The color guard is commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Carson Topflesh. Other members of the color guard include Cadet Major Xander Noel, Cadet Senior Master Sergeant Hannah Bolschulte, Cadet Senior Master Sergeant William Goodrich, Cadet Staff Sergeant Hunter Corbus, and Cadet Senior Airman Sarah Tudor. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem.
Welcome back to the Aces Wild pregame show as the anthem just finished up, and we're about ready for Eagle football time. Sorry, Jared, I took your line there. On the first night, that really feels like fall. It got a little chilly on us last week, but I think we've had a very good fall this year.
We've been blessed with that weather.
Oh, man. A couple times it was pretty brutal how cold it got, but this year been a good year for us, so hopefully tonight we're able to become victorious as the Central Cougars make their way out onto the field, and they got a little guy running up, coming in at the 40. He's coming in hot. He got little legs. They look like Jared back in the day running out there. Once again, we missed the coin toss, so we'll see what happens here with Coach Kendall.
We miss it every year, don't we?
Every week,
game.
Yeah. Gosh. One day we'll get it. We only got a week to figure it out, but if not, we'll get it to you next year. We promise. That'll be our change for next year. Eagles are going to come out blue tops, blue pants, white helmets, and the Cougars are going to go all white tops and bottoms with their purple helmets, and a look that really never changes out of the Cougars. It's always the same look out of them, and another good game and another good two programs that are coming in playing tonight's game here.
Yeah, and I feel like every time, Central has almost overtaken a lot of other teams in our rival. I know in volleyball, in basketball, it's one of the biggest games of the year that you circle on your schedule, and football's been that way for a long time now too.
I believe the Eagles beat the Cougars last night in volleyball. I think they had a clean sweep out of all three of them. So good job out of the Eagles volleyball team going to Breese Central.
Never easy to win.
And winning there. So great job.
That's in any sport. It's so hard to play there.
They do a great job down there, and with their facilities, with everything they have, they're still doing upgrades and renovations. So always good to go down there. So enough with the Aces Wild pregame show. We got Eagle football time as the Eagles are going to be receiving. It looks like it's going to be Jace Nelson and Dalton Rainwater back deep. I would assume that is Ribbling and Keegan Thompson standing at the 30. And doing the kicking for the Cougars is number 63, Griffin Thomas, the senior, 5'9", 184. He sends it deep. It's going to bounce at the 19, gets past Rainwater. He picks it up at the 15. Not much blocking for the Eagles. He makes a man miss. He jukes out of the way of another. He's got the 30-yard line up to the 32, and that's where this Eagle offense is going to take over.
And there's a senior getting his first touch of the night.
Number 34, Dalton
Starting
Rainwater on the return for the
Good
Eagles.
field position here for the Eagles.
Brought down by number 24, Nate Bierman.
Dalton Rainwater is going to be going to a trade school when he completes this year for HVAC. Eagles are going to be led out by quarterback Mason Vagley, we talked about in that pregame show. Had himself a good week last week. Let's see if he can carry it over this week. Doubles to the right side, sniffer back right, running back right. Looks to be Cam Janik. They fake it to him. It's a pull. He's going to put it down, get to the 30, keeps his feet moving. A quick whistle there out of the white hat as he kept his feet moving.
Could have got rid of that ball. He had Andrews on that little arrow route there, but decided he wanted to put his head down and try to get some yards with his feet. Ended up losing 2.
Vagley throwing this year 55 for 105, 52% completion ratio. 7 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 672 yards. Comes out now, it's going to be 2nd and 12. This time he fakes the handoff to Hicks. He's got a wide open hole. He's got enough for a first down. He's got the 50. He makes one man miss. He's going to try to get to the 30-yard line. He gets down there before he gets brought down from the 30 to the 30. It's good for 40 yards. First down, Eagles.
And that was just a simple pull there. We've seen that all season long. And he does do a pretty good job of putting that ball all the way in his running back's belly and pulling it out, able to find a great hole there and burst through the middle of the field for one of his biggest runs of the season.
Ball on the right hash, doubles to the left side, sniffer back left. No defenders out there. We'll see if we're going to be able to get to the outside. That's where Hicks is going. He gets to the outside. Great job blocking out of the outside there by number 4 for the Eagles, Denny. And he gets probably close to a first down. We'll see what they're going to give it to him, and they do. First down, Eagles. Good blocking there by Denny, and good blocking, pulling there by Joe Kish getting out there as well.
Yeah, and I think it was that left tackle. I can't see who that is over there. 71 might be Owen Mankey. Did a great job just sealing that edge, giving enough space for Hicks to bounce it outside and cut her upfield.
Doubles this time for the Eagles. 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. Going to be a fake once again. Vaguely pulls it. Nothing going this time as he gets stood up and popped by number 62 and 18 for the Cougars.
Mason Vagley keeps the ball again for 20.
Gain of nothing, 2nd and 10.
62, pull cap on the tackle for the Cougars.
Looks like Janik going to check in now. In for Hicks at running back. You're going to be in a double set. 10 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Doubles, ball in the middle of the field. Same formation here as the defense lines up. Quick little slant to Denny. Good job making the catch. Gain of 7, we'll call it. Maybe 6. We'll call it 6. Brings up a 3rd and 4.
Now you're definitely in 4-down territory with that completion there.
That's a great play call right there, and good job all the way around by the Eagles.
Because early in the season, when we had 2nd and 10, it'd probably end up being 3rd and 14. Yeah.
Eagles are going to have a tight end left, sniffer back left.
That was one of your trick plays, Alex.
Got a guy walking, showing a blitz. Fake the handoff to Jace. Vaguely goes to the right side. He's got the 10, lowers the shoulder, 5. Nearly gets to the pylon before he gets knocked out at the 3. First and goal for the Eagles.
Simple play calling so far for Coach Horner. Running simple RPO action. Looks like they're going to line up in that same position, probably run the same play.
I wonder if Vaguely right there, if he's reading that defensive end on what he does. Same formation for the Eagles. Probably the same play. It's going to be quarterback keeper to the right side. Touchdown, Mason Vaguely and the Eagles.
How about that first drive on senior night?
Eagles go marching all the way down. Takes them 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go, probably close to 70 yards, and gets into the end zone first. Keegan Thompson on to do the kicking once again. Mason Vagley to do the hold. Good snap, good hold, kick is up. Had a lot of guys coming through the line of scrimmage, but that's okay, it's good. That takes the Manny McGuire Group scoreboard. Columbia 7, Breese Central 0. That's another $100 from George Weber Chevrolet as well. So thank you to George Weber Chevrolet. We're going to head to a break. When we come back, we'll see what this Eagles defense can do right after this.
Number 9 for the Cougars back to receive from.
Welcome back to the Columbia Multi-Purpose Field where Keegan Thompson's going to send this one deep. Great kick by Keegan. Gets over the head of number 21 and it checks up. Eagles get good job getting down the field by Biltman. He's got a touch at the 5. Breaks a couple tackles to the 15 is number 21 for the Cougars. And that is Carter Dien. We'll go with Dien to the 15. Let us know where you're listening from. We've got people from coast to coast so far, so hopefully we'll be able to get some more people listening. So make sure you follow, comment, subscribe, do everything so we know where you're coming from and where you're listening from right here on KCHS.
Great to see Brandon Jackson back out there tonight, the senior.
Going to be a run play up the middle for the Cougars. Number 2, he's got the right side. He's going to have to make a couple men miss. There's 2 guys for the Eagles chasing him down. Looks like Peyton Andrews and Vaguely. So they go from the 16-yard line down to the 36. Big play for the Cougars on the first play of the game.
You got some slight rainfall now coming down. Got the umbrellas out.
Cougars up to the line of scrimmage once again. They got a quick snap there. Great start out of the Eagles offense.
Offsides there?
Yeah, hard count. What is that formation that they have right there? Is that like a double?
I don't even know what you call that.
We're going to call it a double sniffer. They got single receivers to the outside.
36 is that inside sniffer, so that's who we got to keep our eye on tonight. Wherever he goes, that's probably where the ball's going.
Pass play here for number 15. He's looking to the end zone. He's got number 19 over there. Peyton Andrews gets beat. Touchdown Central. Central did a good job there. Griffin Becker getting up. 6'2", 145 junior. Does a great job getting up and getting the football.
Looks like there might be a flag. They already set the ball in the 3. That ref had no idea what was going on.
I never even saw it.
I didn't either. Becker's got 29 catches, 501 yards, 7 touchdowns on the season. That would have been his 8th there. Great ball by the quarterback. Looked like they're just going to call a simple false start on that play. So
I saw none of that
I did not either. Maybe it was out of one of the upbacks.
Replay first down.
I think the outside sniffer back ran a wheel route, so maybe he was trying to get a little extra juice out on the outside.
So now it's going to be a toss to the left side. Good job there, getting in the backfield. Maddox Steffen. Loss of 4. Good job firing the gap right there and taking on the block. Making a tackle for a loss.
He just went on a simple blitz there. Usually lining up in that outside linebacker position, but came right through the middle of the field. Great play there by Maddox Steffen. Bring up a 2nd and long. Call it 2nd and 14.
Just got a text listening in Aces Wild tonight. Listening to the game. Rain's really coming down now. Doubles to the right side, tight end left. Number 2's a motion man to the right side. It's a rollout to the right side. Quarterback's going to keep rolling out. He tries to throw it to number 2 where it goes incomplete. Brings up a 3rd and 14. Jared, I'd be interested. Last week, they really picked on Peyton Andrews, it seemed like, last week, and he had his back to the quarterback a lot of times too. So I'd be interested to see.
They keep going that way.
Yeah, they already picked on him once. Like to see if an adjustment was made there. Last week he was sitting sometimes 10, 12 yards off. And look at right now, you got a 3rd and 14. Wide receiver standing at the 42. He's standing at the 32. Man, I just don't understand that. Eagles look like they're trying to send somebody over there to help, and they do. Delay a game on the Cougars.
Looked like Brandon Jackson was going to run out there and maybe press number 19, their number 1 receiver.
You've got to do that. I don't know.
I forgot what that's called. Maybe 44? Somebody that's listening could quote me, but whenever you have a linebacker go out there and press that best receiver just to have a little help over the top with your corner, slow them down a little bit. Especially now you have 3rd and long, so you got to think they're either going to run screen pass here or maybe even just take a shot downfield.
Quarterback's going to roll out to the right side. Nothing but verts on the outside, and it's going to be low and incomplete. They went after Peyton, and a good defense there. He was right there on the heels of the receiver. Brings up a 4th and 19 now after the 5-yard delay a game penalty, and probably a punting down if you are the Cougars.
Got a listener from Columbia, Missouri.
Go Tigers. Who do they got this week?
At Kentucky.
At Kentucky. Now we got to see how it's going to be catching a punt looking up into the raindrops. A little bit of a rolling to the right side. Good punt, spiraling. Bounces at the 3-yard line over the head of Riebling and into the end zone for a touchback. We're going to stay here with you and see what the Eagles offense can do after a very good 2-minute and 50-yard drive, or 2-minute and 52nd yard drive earlier.
Great stop there by the defense after going up 7-0.
After that first play, it was a good stop. I forgot about that play happening. Eagles are going to go doubles to the right side, sniffer back right. Is that Janik? Yes, as the pistol back running back with Vagley. 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 2 safeties. It's going to be a run to the right side, just a stretch play to the 35. 2nd and 5 on the right hash now for the Eagles. Just a simple play once again, Jared.
Yeah, and Coach Horner looks like he's going to be run heavy tonight, especially with this rain coming down now. Had a great first drive, offensive line getting a good push. And we have 3 different running backs that we can cycle in through, so that's always good to keep guys fresh in and out.
Same formation for the Eagles, this time into the boundary.
2nd and 5.
Running, same play. Good job putting his foot in the ground. Coming back upfield was Janik. 3rd and about 1, maybe 2. We'll call it 1. That was Hicks that time on the run.
Coach Horner, last 2 plays running into the boundary. See if he wants to use that wide side of the field over there. Going to have single coverage, looks like, up top with Dalton Rainwater. And he's going to have doubles to the right with the sniffer back right.
Hard count. Nobody moves on the Cougars. Nobody moves on the Eagles. Janik moves to the other side. Going to be a handoff. Janik's going to get enough for the first down. Eagles gain of 5. Good hard run. 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
Rain really starting to pick up here, Alex. He's got to turn the light off just so he can see out the window.
Trying to see through the reflections here.
I'm looking at the screen now.
It is absolutely pouring. I haven't seen a game like this since the 2009 season. Well, the 2009 Breese Central game before the turf. I remember Kyle Breitenstein coming off the field. You couldn't even see his number on his jersey. Doubles for the Eagles this time. Going to be a pull to the left side. We're going to throw it to the right. Picked up by Riebling. He keeps his feet moving, but his knee was down.
He didn't look like it, but ref was standing right there.
You could see that ball come out of Mason's hand like a little duck. So the unfortunate loss of 5, 2nd and 15. There was nobody around if he makes that catch cleanly.
Yeah, that was just a simple bubble route that we've seen all year from Riebling. Able to get outside, but ball was a little low. Had to go down and get it. Knee, unfortunately, hit the ground when he did.
Trips left bunch now. Only 2 defenders out there. Running back to the right side. Going to be another pass play. Vagley's looking to the left side. He tucks it down. He's going to run, get up to the original line of scrimmage, maybe an extra yard. 3rd and 10.
Vagley keeps the ball.
I liked how it looked over there, though, with having trips left bunch. You had a corner and basically a safety playing, and that was it on those 3 guys.
And we've seen that kind of all year when we have that trips bunch. They only bring out 2 guys. If you just throw a simple little now route out there, get some yardage, but haven't really seen that all season.
Doubles the left side, making a motion. Man is dribbling. They nearly run into each other. Bagley's got to step up. Now he's going to have to try to make something happen. He tries jumping around. It's going to be a 4th down and 9 as nothing happened. Kish loses his helmet.
Here's a question, Alex. As a quarterback, when I know you want to throw the ball, but does it make you mad whenever it just starts raining and you're like, oh, we're probably going to have to run the ball the whole game?
Not really. I mean, you would like to throw the ball a little bit more, but as quick as Mason is, I think running the football for him may not be the worst thing either.
Yeah, and that first drive running the ball looked pretty good, so 4:40 left now in this first quarter. Central going to get the ball back. Oh, and it
gets blocked. It's going to be picked up by the Cougars into the end zone. Touchdown Central on the blocked punt. Man,
that's a momentum changer there.
Yeah.
That guy was unblocked, came right up the middle. Mason was doing his rugby-style punt. Got the ball off, but big man put his right hand up in the air. Great block. Scoop and score.
Great job by the Central. See with the PAT, it's a low snap, and if they're going to have to fire, number 10's going to have to scramble. He throws up a duck, and it falls incomplete, so we can see what the rain's doing already. Low snap, 10% of plays, 90% of the outcome. Eagles still lead this one 7-6 on the Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard. We're going to head to a break. When we come back, we'll give you the rest of the first quarter right after this. Welcome back to the Columbia Multi-Purpose Field where the Eagles lead this one 7-6. Rainwater's going to catch this one at the 12-yard line. He's going to try to go that left sideline. Keeps his head moving. Goes straight ahead and gets to the 34 where he is brought down. So we'll see what the Eagles offense can do as they just had the blocked punt. We'll see what happens. They actually give them the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Eagles, 4:28 in this first quarter.
I can't remember the last time I've seen a blocked punt or kick return for a touchdown against us, to be honest with you.
The guy who actually did the block did a great job of stepping in front of Mason and not letting him pick up the ball, and he let the other guys come and get the touchdown. Doubles to the right side, sniffer back right, pistol back is Janik. They fake it to him. Good job blocking. That is not a hold on the official. Mason's got a great run. That is not a hold out of Peyton Andrews. Oh, man, that is bad call. I didn't see a hold, unless he shoved him over, I guess. But from this angle, that was a rough call.
And on this side of the field, Mason had a lot of green grass. He was able to pick up that first down. But the holding is going to bring us back.
Somebody's got a backup beeper sound. So it's going to be a loss of 10, what could have been about a 20-yard run.
I think you said that about our offense earlier this year.
What's that?
It's like a truck backing up.
At times this year it was.
Yes, it was.
We've been put it in drive lately, though. Same formation for the Eagles. Same defense for the Cougars. It's going to be Vagley again. He's going to try to make a guy miss. Makes one miss, takes 3 guys to bring him down after a good hard run. Number 19, once again, we've called his number a couple times. Griffin Becker was the first defender in the backfield. Stand corrected, it was number 18, Owen Showmaker. Where'd he come from? He's a linebacker.
Yeah, he's on this. I think he's the middle linebacker. Nope, outside linebacker on that other side. So he flew all the way to the other side of the ball.
Looks like the left end, defensive end for Central, brought his practice jersey with him tonight. Trips to the left side, ball in the right hash. Probably going to be a rollout here, and it is. Mason throws it real quick. It's going to be high, but it's going to be brought down by Denny. Good play call, good execution out of the Eagles. 3rd down and 6 now. Much more manageable. Good play there out of the Eagles offense.
And that's where we've seen Mason all season long, pretty much throwing the ball. He's got to roll out just to have enough time to look downfield and give his wide receivers a chance. I'd say the last 3-4 weeks have looked a lot better on that O-line. He's had a little bit more time. Not a lot of pressure in his face, so see what we do here on this 3rd and 5.
Doubles now for the Eagles. Running back to the left side. Begley didn't need to run, and now he's going to just chuck it up and throws it away. And that's where you got a young quarterback that all year hasn't had a lot of time. There was nothing that he needed to run away from. I think you heard the footsteps, though, and got a little scared. So 4th down and 6 now for the Eagles.
Hopefully we cleaned up that last punt. Able to find who blocked that one, get a hand on him this time.
And on these games, you can't afford to have those kind of mistakes. 4th and 6, 3:07. A lot of Cougars get in the backfield once again, but this time it gets off, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 39-yard line. So good field position for the Cougars as they start here. So let's see if that defense can get another stop as they lead this one 7-6, 3:01 remaining in the first quarter. And Jared, we talk about this offense here for the Cougars. A lot of weapons, and so far they've kind of moved it around to a lot of different guys.
Yeah, and they're going to take a shot here, I bet, on this drive again. Looks like we have that's Biltman, and then you got Riebling playing that other corner slot over there. So Peyton Andrews out on this drive. See what Central wants to do.
Trips right bunch. Motion man number 9. They're going to do a jet sweep with him, and everyone's over on that right side of the field now. He's going to get a good 8 yards. Number 9 on the play there, Benny Lehman. Gets the reception, good for 9 yards, 2nd down and 1.
I'm liking the play calls by both head coaches tonight. Spreading the ball around, especially for Central, getting the ball in different guys' hands. And then Coach Horner heavily on that run tonight.
Going to be a run, ISO right up the middle. Good hard run for 5 yards, 1st and 10. Benny Lehman on the last play this season, 6 receptions, 150 yards for 25 yards per carry.
And I bet it's on that jet sweep. I bet that's his play. That's his go-to.
That was the secondary running back right there, Cole Davis, number 4, 45 rushes for 400 yards. 1st and 10, they're going to fake it to him, bootleg to the right side. Quarterback's looking deep.
Slips.
Ribbling does a good job covering deep. What happened there? I was looking down to make sure Ribbling was
just
covered.
Slipped.
All right, good. The rain quit falling, but it's done enough damage so far. 2nd and 15 now after the loss of 5.
And that's I feel like I played on turf and grass whenever it was raining. I feel like turf is way more slippery though. Because I mean, you have the mud and stuff in grass, but I don't know. The turf is just, man, sliding all over the place.
Begley comes off. Rainwater goes on. Lehman's a motion man and an absolute sprint. And he's going to go deep. They're going to throw underneath to him, though. It's going to be number 19. He's going to get to 30. Tries to get to the 25. Brought down by Brandon Jackson and Biltman. Good job by Jackson getting over here making the tackle.
I think number 9 just ran a 50-yard dash in about a 4.6.
He was scooting between the motion and then just the dead sprint vertical or wheel. he gets to go over and take a breather.
Going to be another first down here. 1:21 left in this first quarter.
Quick snap there by the Cougars. They got a man down deep, number 19. They throw it, and he gets just over his hand. Built him in there was the corner, and Denny was the safety over there. Only 1 yard away from being a touchdown, though.
Great route there by that receiver. Kind of ran
a bit of in.
Yeah, kind of like a sluggo. Fake your slant and then get back on the outside, turn it into a fade or a go. He had built him in beat, but ball was just a little overthrown.
Trips right. Quarterback's going to roll to the right side. They're just going to throw it to number 9. Goes through his hands, incomplete. 3rd and 10 now. That's the language that you and I differentiate right there. I was going to say it was a fake in and then a go, and you call it the sluggo. You got the official wordage. What do you got, a hard count here if you're Central?
Yeah, most likely, and I think they're going to roll out again to that right side. Maybe see a trick play here. You got to find number 36 and find number 19. Right now, I can only see 36. I can't tell if 19 is even in the game.
36 is going to be your sniffer back. It's going to be a run this time, and it's going to be taken down. Great job, Hudson Bryant. Loss of 3. I tell you what, that's somebody who has impressed me more and more week in and week out. For just coming in, he's not the biggest guy in stature, but man, does he take on the blocks, and once you get a paw on him, he's pretty good at making the tackles.
Yeah, and last year had him as our starting running back. Basically converted him into a D-end this season. So he's got some speed. That's hard for those left tackles and tight ends to get hands on. So whenever you have those quick guys on the as edge rushers, you can get in the backfield a lot quicker.
The left tackle comes in at 245. Hudson's 155. It's going to be a straight pass back for the Cougars. Josiah Miller on trying to make a tackle, and it's going to go off the hands of number 19. Good job defending there by Dalton Rainwater. Turnover on downs. Good job, Eagles defense, with 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Looks like that rain water is working in our favor tonight.
Oh.
You like that one?
Eagles are going to take over at the 31-yard line, probably going to run one play and take us into the end of the first quarter. We thought that last week going into halftime, though. We might have to talk about that at this halftime. Blitzing backer pulls off now. 2 running backs back with Vegley. It's a blown-up play. Somebody didn't remember that they were supposed to get the football. And Vegley's going to run it for 3. He looked to the right side.
He tried to give it to Hicks, but Hicks was just going the lead block.
3 seconds to go in the first quarter, and that's going to end it with the Eagles leading this one 7-6 on senior night. Eagles trying to get another victory. We'll see what happens here whenever we return to the Columbia Multi-Purpose Field after this. Welcome back to the Columbia Multi-Purpose Field with the second quarter just about get ready to go underway. The rain has officially stopped now. The umbrellas have gone away. Cheerleaders got the ponchos off. And the Eagles are going to try to get something going here on this 2nd down and 7 from their own 34-yard line. Doubles to the left side, sniffer back left. Running back is number 0, Cam Janik. He's going to get the football. He lowers his shoulder, gets up the middle, gets stopped up by the by the official there, and they're going to give them enough for a first down, Eagles. A Becker on the tackle there for Breese. We've said their name for the last 17 years, I feel like, when we play the Cougars.
That, Rockers. I think they got a
doubles to the right side, sniffer back left. Running back left is Janik. Fake it to him, going to be a bootleg. Vagley's going to set his feet, step up in the pocket. Now he's going to tuck it, and he's going to run. He's got the original line of scrimmage, gets to the 45, tries to get to the 50, keeps his feet moving, gets picked up, and pile drive down to the ground, but that's okay. 1st and 10 for the Eagles after the big run by Mason Vagley.
He's running hard tonight. You can tell he's fighting for every yard, putting his head down.
Mason on the season, 60 attempts, 266 yards, 4 touchdowns. Andrews comes off, Biltman goes on. Eagles have 1st and 10 from the Cougars, 49-yard line. Doubles to the right side, empty backfield actually. Biltman's your motion man. It's going to be absolutely smoked in the backfield, loss of 5. He tried to set his feet and wait for that guy to go running by and slipped. That was a defensive back, I believe, that just comes shooting out like a cannon, loss of 6.
And he was on a blitz there, and I mean that's just a great defensive call on an offensive call that really didn't work there. Had Biltman in motion. One of your speedy guys were trying to get the ball in his hands, see what he can do with it, but sometimes it just doesn't work out.
2nd and 15 now for the Eagles. Doubles to the right side, sniffer back right, running back right. They're going to fake it. Vagley's rolling to the right side, throws it. Going to be caught. Good ball, good hands out of number 4, Denny. Brings up a 3rd and 8.
And that's something I'm impressed with tonight. We lose 4 to 5 yards and then get ourselves back into manageable 3rd and 4th downs. Where in the beginning of the season we were
going backwards.
Punting the ball more than any first downs we were getting. So big play here on 3rd and 8.
Denny 12 receptions, 179 yards, 15 yards of reception. Doubles, running back to the left side. Vagley steps up. Good job throwing it right away. That was a complete timing route. It went low. Mason's going to be mad, but love the timing on that play all the way around. If that's a catch, that's a first down.
Yep. This is just a simple out route over there. I couldn't tell if it was Denny or Rainwater on that route, but
I think
like
it was
you said,
Rainwater.
The timing was there. Ball just a little low.
I think it was Rainwater, but I thought it was Biltman last week for the touchdown. It was Rainwater, so. Mason going to be back doing the punting. Gets it off. Goes over to the sideline. Going to be out around the 20-yard line.
I don't know if he tries to kick it out of the right sideline every time. Maybe he needs to shift to the left a little bit. Try to get it in the middle of the field.
Cougars got 80 yards ahead of them. 9:35 remaining here in the second quarter. Columbia coming in 1-6, trying to get in the win column. Going to be all sorts of guys in the box here for the Cougars and the Eagles. A quick run right up the middle. Good blocking out of the Cougars, and finally a tackle was made about 7 yards deep. 2nd and 3. There's a lot going on in a hurry on that play. Eagles once again outsized on the defensive side of the ball. 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line. Same play, once again going to the left side. Number 2 showing great patience and then explodes after he gets through the line of scrimmage from the 27 to the 45. Gain of a lot. First down for the Cougars.
9:03 left now. Central going to throw a lot of things at you, use a lot of different formations.
Ribbling gets credit for the tackle there. Same play once again with number 2 going to the left side, following those big lead blockers. Number 2 coming in I think he is the primary running back. He is Caden Rakers, averaging 6.5 yards per carry. Keegan Thompson gets the tackle. Jackson comes off. Eagles fans trying to make a little noise here. 2nd and 4. Going to be a pass play this time. They're going to look deep to number 19. It's Biltman over there, and Biltman makes a play.
Oh, they're going to call PI on that?
And they're going to call PI on it. I think that was 2 guys going for the football there. Great defense there by Biltman.
He ran with them the whole way, knew when the ball was approaching, made a great play on it. I don't think that was holding or nothing. You could see Coach Germain and Coach Horner not happy with that one, both with their hands up.
They called a hold on it.
Guarantee, I bet Coach Germain, that's terrible.
Back in the day, he said, what's your address? I'll send you a film. So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty for the holding.
Now you can just show him the iPad.
Yeah. 10-yard penalty, 1st and 10 now for the Cougars from the Eagles' 38-yard line. Central's ready to move the football. They're ready to get up to the line of scrimmage and go. Number 2, once again, this time it's only going to be for 4.
That's gonna be late.
Got a little acting going on at the 43-yard line.
He almost threw that flag, too. Hardlicka got a little upset there, threw a man to the ground after the whistle. But
Hicks and Jackson get the tackle there. 2nd and 6. 7:45 remaining in the second quarter. This time it's going to be a bootleg with the quarterback, getting chased back by Hudson Bryant. They flip it over the top, and great job there, Sam Denny. High pointing and tipping the football, knocking it to the ground. 3rd and 6 now.
I'm surprised they didn't call it rough in the passer.
Hudson get him late.
Oh, yeah. Hit him low, too, after he got the ball out of his hand.
Hudson.
3rd and 6.
Hudson's been moving around. It looks like he's going away from number 36. It's going to be a toss to the right side. A lot of lead blockers here for the Cougars. He's got the 30, first down. 25 gets to the 20.
That tackle.
And gets brought down, but it's going to be a 1st and 10 as the Cougars get into the red zone. Nope, not into the red zone yet. They're going to be at the 21. Need the 20 to get in the red zone. 1st and 10 regardless. 7:30 now on the game clock.
Where's Scott Hansen at NFL red zone?
Eagles are still trying to get their defense set, and Cougars were going up right away.
Jackson Biltman just absolutely put that wide receiver on his butt.
Did he?
Yes.
Columbia was trying to rotate around. They weren't setting time on the defensive side of the football.
2nd and 4.
I'm throwing a jump ball to 19 right here. He's at the top of the screen with Biltman on him.
Coverage up there.
They're going to hand the ball off to number 2, makes a juke move. Good job there by Josiah Miller making the tackle. Might have been enough for a first down, though. We'll see what the officials give them.
Yep. They're going to give it to him. Like he was pointing his finger forward for a first down. And
first down.
It's going to be first down. Do not think it's 1st and goal yet. I think they're at the 12. With 6:25 left now in this first half. Eagles leading 7-6.
Eagles sending on a blitz right there. They go right past number 2, the running back. But it's all right. A couple guys stayed home. It's going to be Denny coming off the pile. And I believe Josiah again. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Central just coming right at the Eagles here, and got to have that bend, don't break mentality. Doubles to the right side, sniffer back right.
Here's that deep receiver
tight end.
Here, number
you got
9.
a tight end to the left side. That running back looks like he's getting a head start going forward. Good job making the tackle there near the first down marker.
They've just been leaning on
3rd and 1.
Leaning on Rakers this whole drive.
Watch him, though. He looks like he's moving a little forward. It's probably not enough to call anything, but he's getting a head of steam going before the snap.
Looks like they brought a little heavy set in. Going to have 2 fullbacks, 2 sniffer backs.
Number 2 is going to
Straight
be the running back. Did he get in? I don't think so. They're marking him short.
Going to have the first down.
First and goal now. Good job by the Eagles, though, only giving up a yard there.
And if I'm Breese Central, I run the same play.
Yeah.
It's just simple Wildcat action.
But again, on this one here, watch number 2. He's going to be moving forward.
Or at least falling forward.
See what happens here with number 2. Well, that time he waits. He fumbles the snap. And the Eagles are going to stop him there once again. Good job there out of the Eagles defense. Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and goal.
And I think he would have walked in right there, but ball just fell right out of his hands.
Hudson Bryant and Vaguely on the tackle.
And you saw Vaguely come all the way around and just pull him from the end zone. Same formation here. 2nd and 1.
They're going to try it again. This time they're going to go a little bit to the outside. And this time he gets in. Touchdown Central. I don't know where that train horn is, but I hope it's not behind the stands. Nobody can hear anything. Looks like the Cougars are going to go for 2 now after they had the missed PAT after the first touchdown. Send 1 man out wide.
They're coming this way.
Quarterback, hard count. See, false start, though. False start on the Cougars.
Lucky there, because then they'd probably just run that same Wildcat again.
Now they're bringing in number 9 and number 7 for the Cougars.
But now you get a little bit more space to work with those wide receivers. Moving the ball to, it looks like, call it the 7 or the 8-yard line. Call it the 8.
Ball in the left hash yet.
And I have a feeling these wide receivers out here are just going to be a decoy on this play.
I don't understand what the officials are trying to get ready.
I don't know.
It's a loss of 5.
Now they want the ball in the middle of the field.
So we'll see what the Eagles can do here. If they can stop the 2-point conversion. Doubles. Running back is going to be in the pistol formation. Quarterback's looking to the left side. He's got a slant over across the middle, and it's going to be knocked down.
Wow.
Good defense there by Biltman, making the 2-point conversion a fail. Biltman is our senior tonight. He wants to study physical education or join the National Guard. We're going to head to a break real quick. Whenever the special teams get out on the field, we're bringing a kickoff right after this. Welcome back to the Columbia Multi-Purpose Field where the Eagles trail 12-7 now after the good defense there by Jackson Biltman on the 2-point conversion, knocking the ball down from number 19. Central's going to be kicking off this time into the wind, so we'll see what happens here as the kicker sends it deep, and it's going to be caught by Jace Nelson at the 15-yard line. He's got the right side over to the 30-yard line where he is brought down. Kicker on that play, we'll have to look at his shoes. He's got one dark one and one white one. I don't know if he's got a soccer shoe or what he's got on.
Guarantee that's probably it. All right, big drive here for the Columbia offense stalled out the last 2 drives, so.
Central starts with the ball in the second half, so we'll see what happens here in Coach Horner's thought process. Doubles to the left side, running back left, tight end left. We're going to hand the ball off and go to the left. Good job there by Hicks pulling around. Or I'm sorry, Hicks. Hicks and Kish coming around. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Great patience there by Janik. Last year, he probably would have wanted to bounce that one outside, but this year, good job staying inside and staying vertical. 2nd and 5.
Same formation once again for the Eagles. 4 down linemen. Kish leading around again. Janik nowhere to go.
He needs to lower his shoulders and drop the boom on him right there. Kind of stopped running his feet. No gain on the play. Going to be 3rd and 5 now. Looks like we're going to be in trips left.
Coach Horner letting the clock go down a little bit. I think he realized there that those 2 plays were pretty quick. Timeout here. He wants to get a first down on this play. I think that is his first time out of the half. See what he draws up here. 3rd and 5 now for the Eagles. Need to get to the 39-yard line. Let us know where you're watching from. We had Columbia, Missouri so far, and Aces Wild here in town. So I'm sure we've got one down in Florida. Miss Harris is always listening to us down there. So let us know where you're listening from. Have to give a shout out once again to the volleyball team. Talked about them at the beginning of the show here. Going to Breese Central and getting a victory. Always a good and impressive win when you can knock off Central, especially at their home court in volleyball.
Got some scores. 8:15 left in the first half. Roxana leads East Saltwood River 28-0. Looking for this Freeburg score. Cannot find it.
They don't have internet out there in Salem. Or they're in Freeburg, so they got internet there. Eagles are going to come out in doubles. Running back to the left side, I believe that is Hicks. 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. High snap. Vaguely gets it down, steps up. And he's going to keep his feet moving. Got the 35. He needs the 39. He gets tackled at the 37. He stayed in bounds, which is huge because that keeps the clock moving. But the Eagles are forced to punt.
And like you said, before that timeout, that's a big 3 plays there. You know, Coach Horner wants to at least get a couple first downs so Central does not get the ball back in this half. But under 3 minutes now, they're going to get one more chance in this first half. Punch one in.
You have to get this punt off here if you're Mason. Not much pressure that time out of the Cougars. It's going to be returned, though, at the 32-yard line. Hudson Bryant's giving chase. Another slip up there as the Turf Monster brings down number 2 Rockers at the 45-yard line. So Breeze has got 55 yards, 240.
Pretty good field position.
Eagles defense needs to make a stop here, keep it a 1-score game going into halftime. We'll bring you that Life Community Church halftime show. The band will come out and do their final performance of the year. So make sure you stick with us for that Life Community Church show. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. They do a hard count.
Got him.
And the Eagles jump. I think that's the 3rd time the Eagles have jumped.
Be disciplined.
I think Hudson kept himself on the right side of the football.
Now they only got to go 50 yards, and no time went off the clock.
Based on their reaction there out of the Eagles' end, I think he jumped over on the far side. Dropped this time by number 19. He had Biltman on his backside, but it just ran a quick slant. 2nd and 5 now.
Central got a pretty good crowd. Grandstands are packed. Fence line from, I'd say, goal line to goal line. Quarterback's going to drop back to pass on this 2nd and 5. Throw to his left side, going to be over the head of his receiver and out of bounds. Looked like Alex Schlemmer throwing a ball back in the day.
That thing was fired out there.
3rd and 5. After that incomplete pass, clock stops, 2:32 left.
Look how far off these guys are on the ball over here. Going to be a run this time. Nothing going for the Cougars as the Eagles get in the backfield. Led by number 88, Hayden Herdlicka. Timeout now from the Eagles.
I like that.
Especially when they're punting into the wind. I like that even more.
Clock stops at 2:23. Now see if you can get a rush back there and maybe get a hand on this punt.
Go a little blue block here, you think?
Yeah, but watch the football, because then if they get to 4th and 2, 4th and 1, likely to go for it.
Look at the flag over there at the 50-yard line on Central sideline. That thing is whipping. That thing is as straight as can be right now.
Who we got on the lines crew tonight, Alex?
We got Kenny Matthews right there. It looks like he's the one in charge of the down or the spot on the field. Alfie Longgroff on the down marker. Scott Steckmesser, and I believe that is Mark Jackson.
Those guys have been doing that for
long time,
as long as I can remember. 4th down.
4th down and 8. See if the Eagles can get back there, block this one. And we got a lot of guys back there nearly blocked by Janik. It goes straight up. Get out of the way now, Eagles.
Peter.
And it gives a huge central bounce and goes to the Eagles' 23-yard line. Cam Janik was in the backfield, nearly got a hand up there. I don't think Central was ready to snap that ball right there because the Eagles were flying back there, so they got a good jump. We know Mason's got an arm. He's got 2 arms, actually, but last week I think he threw it about 50 yards in the air, so you give him the wind at his back, too.
Looks like we're going to go
10.
Empty here with the running back playing as the up back.
Built him in the motion man. They fake it. They got verticals down the middle. Mason steps up. He's going to try to get to the sideline, getting to the 28. Gain of about 4, maybe 5. He had a lot of guys down just running verts down the middle of the field, and I think that's a safety, number 18. Whenever he sees that jet motion, is absolutely crashing. Eagles bringing 3 guys, rotating a formation here. Hicks is going to be the running back. Tight end right, sniffer back right is Janik. Fake, it's going to be vaguely tripped up by his own man as him and Hicks tangle up their feet. And I'd be surprised if Coach Short doesn't take a timeout, and he does. As Hicks and Vaguely just got their feet tangled up on a design run there for the quarterback. So now you got 144 on this Paul Corey scoreboard, Corey Pharmacy scoreboard here at the multipurpose field. Now you need 4 yards, and you hope to just run out the quarter if you're not able to get all the way out there.
Yeah, I think that's what Coach Horner was trying to do on that last drive. Just trying to get downfield and waste some clock just to get in the halftime, only down 12-7 to this second-best team in the Kokia Conference. But now there's 1:49 on the clock. They add 5 more seconds. 3rd and 5 here. See what Coach Horner wants to draw up. If he wants to take a shot downfield, I have a feeling he's going to try to keep this clock running.
I think if you're – yeah, I don't want to –
but I think Shorty might have one more timeout if I'm not mistaken. So
at least we get the punt with the wind now. Look like they're going to send a blitzing safety, and they do. They fake the handoff. Vaguely runs right underneath. He's going to gain 3. Coach Short does call the timeout at 1:41. 4th and 2. Not horrible there. You wish that, I mean, they sent all the blitzing guys there, but you'd like to see the Eagles get a first down there, but at least it forced Breese Central to call that timeout. Drives me nuts when teams go to pass right there and you basically give them a extra timeout.
Yeah. I like the play call, though. Make them use their timeout so they don't have them on the offensive side of the ball. Looked like the crowd was going to file out when that rain started to come, but everyone mostly stayed here.
Eagles got to get this punt off now. 141, they got the wind to their back. Already had one blocked in return for a touchdown. All starts with the snap. Mason back to do the punting. Little high, he gets it down, gets it off. Great punt. It's going to get caught at the 30. Number 2 is going to catch it. He's got the left sideline, tries to make a move, but nothing going. As Biltman, Rainwater, and Nelson all are all over there to make the tackle. Minute 32. 54 yards. 53 yards to go for the Cougars. So what's Coach G here? Going to be aggressive? Do you go defensive? Looks like he's got man-to-man over here with a single safety.
Yeah, he's going to go cover 3.
They're going to go, quarterback's going to roll up to the left side, throws it, and he's got a man wide open. 30-20, keeps it in bounds. I think that was a running back, number 2, just snuck out.
Someone missed their assignment there. Usually one of the linebackers is locked on to that running back.
That's a huge play.
Yeah, able to sneak out of the backfield and get inside the red zone now. 1st and 10. Now you got 122 to work with.
To get 12 yards. Ball on the 12, 1st and 10. Quarterback's looking to the left side, big number 19. Throw it up, Biltman's there. Biltman, good defense, goes incomplete. They threw it up to number 19. They've been targeting him a lot. Coming in at 6'2".
Yeah, Biltman only 5'10". Great job to go up and at least get a hand on the ball. Make it tough for that receiver to bring it down. Clock does stop, 1:17. 2nd and 10 from the 12.
These 2 receivers out here to the far side don't really mean much of anything. They're going to hand the ball off, a little counter. Go to the left side, number 2. As he gets in for a touchdown. Go for 2 again here if you're Central. I don't think you have anything to lose.
Yeah.
You're 11 right now.
I'd kick it. I'd make it 12. Field goal, touchdown, 2-point conversion, ties it up.
They are going to kick it. Eagles look like they're going to try to come off this left side, and they get a lot of guys in the backfield, but not enough to block the PAT, so that takes the Manny McGuire Group scoreboard. Breese Central Cougars 19, Columbia Eagles 7. On a real downer exchange of drives there. Eagles offense had an opportunity to kind of put the first half out of any hope of a score happening. Weren't able to get it done. And then the defensive first play of the drive goes, I think, about, 40 yards?
40,
close.
45 yards, yeah. Really haven't seen much from the Columbia offense since that first drive. 19-0 run by the Central Cougars. Got themselves a 12-point lead now. Still enough time if Coach Horner wants to take a couple shots downfield, but I think being down only 2 scores to Breese Central right now, almost just take this one in the halftime and be happy with that.
Good thing is the 2 guys in the back are pretty speedy, and the 2 guys up in front of them are even speedy as well. You got Jace Nelson and Dalton Rainwater standing at the 15. Keegan Thompson and Lucas Ribbling standing at the 30. Number 63, the left-footed kicker. A little bit of a pooch. It's going to be caught by Nelson at the 25-yard line. He's waiting, good patience there. Getting to the 45, nearing the 50-yard line. So now if you're Coach Horner, I think I'm taking a chance.
Yeah, I think you do too. I was saying if you get the ball inside even the 30, you can go into halftime. But now that you got it near midfield,
46.
Never know if you take a shot downfield, get a pass interference or a holding call. And start off and trips left.
I'm going to expect a rollout to the left side here, the wide side of the field, running back to the left side. A little bit of a slow snap coming back. Vagley's got to step up. Now he's going to try to run to the right side. Throws it away. Could that be intentional grounding? And it is.
No receiver in the area.
I don't know why he wasn't rolling, continuing to roll. The left tackle for the Eagles wasn't able to seal the edge.
I don't even think that's the correct intentional grounding signal.
I think it's supposed to be two hands.
Yeah, he just did one hand.
Yeah. I think that would be more roughing the passer motion.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's a spot foul and a loss of down. So it's going to be 2nd down and 16 now. Trips to the left side. The clock does stop at 1:02. Try to run the same thing if I'm Coach Warner here. It's just a bubble out here to Biltman. A little high, but he catches the ball. He's got the 45, 50-yard line. And he's going to get out of bounds. Good job getting out of bounds. Gain of 15, 3rd and 1. 55 seconds to go now. Ball in Cougar territory. Great catch by Biltman.
Yeah, that was just a simple bubble route there. And we've seen that 2 or 3 times from Mason, throwing those bubble routes a little high for his receivers, but Biltman able to go up and get that one, make it into a manageable 3rd down. Able to get out of bounds, stop the clock, 55 seconds.
Rainwater to the top side of the formation. It's going to be a handoff, though. All we need to get is a 1st down. The clock will stop, and it does. Gets 2. 1st and 10, 49 seconds. Eagles running around now, going to switch the field. Rainwater comes over here to the left. There's your trips right bunch formation. It's going to be a rollout to the right side. Throws it to Denny, a little high, but that's all right.
Catch.
He brings it down, keeps his feet in bounds. Then he gets out of bounds, stopping the clock. Gain of 7. 2nd down and 3.
Why can't we do that on the last 2 drives? We wait till there's under a minute left in the half to actually get something going. We did the same thing in the Freeburg game. I feel like we're always better whenever we're playing 2 scores down.
37 seconds to go in the first half. Trips to the left side, ball in the right hash. Running back left is Jace Nelson. Vagley steps up, makes a couple men miss. Now he's going to try to run, and he's going to get tackled. And we fumbled. Did they recover it in
out of bounds.
Play or out of
bounds?
The clock stops at 26 seconds. This is going to be a big decision right here. If it's still Eagles football, way it's showing, it is going to be Eagles football. 3rd and 4 now.
I've been waiting for him to fumble one of those when he does that little swim move with the ball in his hand.
I guess
not a great way of protecting the ball, but did make a guy miss. Took a big hit. Luckily, the ball rolled out of bounds.
3rd and 4.
26 seconds.
Trips left bunch. Ball in the right hash. Slow snap, gets back to Vagley. He's going to step up into the pocket. He still needs to get a 1st down to stop the clock. Might be a block in the back. They don't call it. It's a 1st down for the Eagles. And Vagley gets out of bounds to stop the clock at 20 seconds now. Rainwater came in a little late. Gave a shove in the back to the defender. I guess the official was blocked. We'll take it. Doubles now. Jace Nelson still your running back. 2 safeties now. Still about 15 yards off of Ribbling down here in the bottom. Low snap. Vagley steps up. Penalty flag is thrown. And Mason has no time. By the time that he stood up from catching the snap, he was already having to run forward.
And you're going to have a hold there as well. Push him back. 15 seconds remaining now in this first half.
Still got plenty of time. Mason's got a strong enough arm to get it down there. 10-yard penalty brings up a 1st down and 20.
Coach Warner not happy.
some of the offensive linemen were still down in their stance, and Coach Horner's already out at the hash marks. And it's a pretty one-sided conversation here from Coach Horner, as we've seen a couple times this year. That's got to be the most frustrating thing as a coach. You go all week setting things up, and then you get to game time and you can't execute them.
Especially on those 2-minute drives that mean a lot during the game. Anytime you get the ball under 2 minutes and you're down a score, 2 scores to make it into a one-possession game, or maybe even tie the game up, every second matters and every job matters on the field. So, yeah, can't be happy there. But at least he gets to go out there, scream at him a little bit.
I think he's talking to his offensive line right there saying, hey, boys, we're going to need a little bit more time than take a snap and run. So Eagles 15 seconds, 41 yards ahead of them. Definitely need some time here, though. Empty backfield, trips to the left side, doubles to the right. Bagley's got time. He's going to try to step up. Now he's got to scramble to the right side. He chucks it down to the field, and it goes incomplete. Nothing wrong with that, though. It falls out of bounds and incomplete, but he's still got a chance at another play.
8 seconds left now. Probably good enough for one more play.
And if you're Central, you know they're going to be going deep.
Got 2nd and 20. Most likely the last play of the first half.
Motion man is Nelson. They throw it out here to him.
He'll get out of bounds.
Try to make something happen. Nothing going as he gets tackled at the 31. So that's going to do it in the first half. A quick start out of the Eagles. Not much going in between all of everything, but at the end, nothing really going as well on this final drive. Eagles are going to head into the Life Community Church halftime show down 19-7. We will come back with the Eagles marching band performance on senior night at the Columbia Multipurpose Field after this.
For your halftime entertainment, the Columbia Marching Eagle Band will perform their halftime show, Call Me, featuring music by Blondie, Carly Rae Jepsen, and Lil Nas X. The band is under direction of Mr. Christian Davis Rouse and color guard coach Jessica Janik. Drum majors Amy Velnoski and Noah Parker. Take it away. Let's hear it for your Eagle Marching Band.
Welcome back into the Life Community Church halftime show. Alex Schlemmer and Jared Jermaine with you into the halftime show here, and the Eagles started off with a bang. We were excited. We saw that first drive. Eagles go about 70 yards, 2 minutes, 2:45, something like that. A quick drive, and then after that, stalled out. Blocked punt led to a touchdown for the Cougars, make it 7-6, and then it's been Cougars ever since then, as the Cougars now lead it 19-7 in this halftime show here. So, Jared, you go back and you watch that first half. What are your thoughts on it? What do you think we can change coming out into the second half?
I loved the way our offensive line looked that whole first half, especially that first drive. Play calling was pretty good. First quarter, second quarter, we kind of stalled out a little bit. But I think our O-line needs to be a little bit better on those passing downs. Mason has no time to throw the ball. So hopefully we make some adjustments at halftime on that. But overall, defense is looking decent. I mean, they're starting each drive around midfield, so it's kind of hard when you're already backing up in your own end zone. So, I mean, overall it's been a decent first half, but still losing in this one.
I think that first drive, we go down the field and we're running the ball, we're doing the options and everything, and Mason did a great job pulling, making the right reads, and that was like music to our ears whenever he was, going down, and he made the right reads and got where we needed to go. And then after that, kind of stalled out there. That was a little knock there. We had some music still going in our ears, so had to let Mr. Nickerson know that. So, that first drive, though, we go down, we're making the right reads, we get into the end zone, and then after that we started trying to throw the ball a little bit more, and not having the time kind of hurt us, and it showed there at the end.
And we've seen that kind of all year. I said it a little bit earlier in the game, but Mason, when he throws the ball, it has to be a rollout almost every single time. So you would like for him to have time to stay in the pocket and throw the ball downfield to Rainwater, Denny, Riebling, or Beltman. I mean, we got 4 wide receivers that can go up and get the ball. So hopefully he just has a little bit more time there in the backfield to throw the ball downfield.
Defensively, though, nothing wrong with what we saw there. I think number 2, I guess the one thing I would say is when they pull those two, I'm going to call them the right guard and the right tackle. When they pull those 2 guys around the left side, number 2 gets it and shows great patience. And then when he hits a hole, he hits it hard and he gets upfield in a hurry.
I think our D-line and linebackers are doing a great job tonight filling those gaps. The big thing is are we going to be able to compose number 19 on the outside, because they like throwing him the ball, and then stopping number 2 up the middle. I feel like those 2 have really been their whole offense this whole game. Like you said earlier, that block punt that turned into a touchdown, that was really the whole factor of that first half, I think, made the momentum change a lot. So hopefully we can get a stop here on defense coming out. They get the ball first and grow some momentum there.
I think last week whenever we watched the film, Peyton Andrews got picked on a lot. Whenever he was in single coverage, they picked on him that first drive, and the first play they had at a touchdown. And I think we came out right after that, and we brought Biltman in, and I think Biltman's done a great job. He knocked down the 1 2-point conversion. So great job there by Biltman making those plays, and we're just going to have to continue to do that. We got about a minute to go before we start this second half. If you could join us once again right after this Life Community Church halftime show, we'll bring you the second half right after this. Welcome back to the Columbia Multi-Purpose Field for the second half of the Cahokia Conference matchup between the Eagles and the Cougars. It was all Cougars to end the first half as they went 19 unanswered points and carry in a 12-point lead here in the second half. Thanks for joining the Life Community Church Halftime Show. We'll bring you one more this year when we go to Jerseyville next week for Week 9 action. But until then, Eagles are going to try to play spoiler here and knock off the Cougars, who are already eligible for postseason play. They got the 5 wins is the minimum that you need, and they're going to try to get the rest of the way out and get that good seeding. Keegan Thompson going to do the kicking from right to left this time as it teed up at the 40-yard line. He sends it deep. It's going to be caught at the 1-yard line. Central's going to do their typical reverse. It's going to go to the left side.
Sniff that one out.
Nothing going on. Now the Eagles just got to make a tackle, and they do.
Inside the 10.
Bringing them down at the 5. The reverse was about the goal line, and that all started with that kick out of Keegan Thompson.
If you're Coach Germain here, this is
you're pinning.
Yeah, this is something that you could back them up here, maybe even get a safety out of it. But no matter what, the best thing out of it would be field position. So hopefully force a punt here and get the ball around midfield, which we haven't really had all night long.
Eagles get to play with the wind right now to their back, so Central would have a tougher time throwing the ball, you imagine. They've got everybody in the box for the Cougars. Eagles are bringing everyone in. It's going to be a run to number 2 on the left side. I believe that's number 2. It's going to be a gain of 6, 2nd and 4. See who gets off. That was actually number 4 that time for the Cougars.
It's like Denny's slow to get up there. Did make the tackle, but walking with a slight limp. Going to stay on the field, though, for the 2nd and we'll call it 4.
Denny, one of our seniors tonight, going to go for engineering next year. Going to be a run once again to the left side. Nothing going this time as the Eagles sniff everything out. Maybe a half a yard. Brings up a 3rd, and we'll call it a long 3.
Big play here.
3rd down.
3rd down. If you can get a stop here, force a punt, like I said, get some good field position.
Everyone's looking like they're going to be blitzing. Keegan's going to come off the top. Brandon's going to fire in, looks like the A gap. Hicks directing traffic. Eagles are coming. It's going to be a run. Nothing going. Short. Maybe a gain of 1. 4th down now. Good job there by Hicks making the tackle.
Number 2.
And we got a
4th and 1 from the 15.
4th down Central.
There's no way they'll go for it, right? I mean, they can. They don't have anything to lose, but good job, Eagles defense, coming out of halftime.
See if Riebling can redeem himself from last week, having that muffed punt late in the game.
Keegan Thompson coming off the edge. Good punt here. Going to be waved. Fair catch at the 45-yard line where the Eagles will take over after a great job on the defense. 2 minutes and 6 seconds come off the clock. 9:54. Eagles offense, see what Coach Horner and the staff did at halftime.
A little confusion there on that punt. Peyton Andrews was supposed to be off. Could have had 12 men on the field.
I don't understand how you have that still in week 8.
I know.
Unless things change all the time, I don't know what goes on in practice. But doubles to the left side, sniffer back left. Running back, I believe, is Hicks. And it is. He's going to run to the left side. He's got the 45, gain of 3, positive play.
Logan Hicks, the ball carrier, picks up 3 for Columbia. 19, Griffin Becker on the stop for 3.
Number 19, all over the place here tonight, makes the tackle. 2nd and 7.
Looks like we're going to have doubles into the boundary here. Peyton Andrews is going to be your sniffer back. Pistol back is Hicks. Bigley's going to get the snap, fake it.
Got a crosser down across the middle. It is Rainwater. It's caught at the 15, 10. House. Touchdown, Eagles. Little post route down the middle of the field.
It's like a double play call by us, Alex.
I'm sorry. I cut you off.
No, you're fine.
Don't do it again.
You can do it anytime you want.
Keegan coming on to do the PAT. Come on. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is blocked.
Again.
And it goes out of bounds. Is that a live ball until it crosses the line of scrimmage?
I don't know.
Or is it?
These rules.
Columbia 13, Cougars 19, the Corey Pharmacy scoreboard.
Corey Pharmacy scoreboard now reads 19-13.
Chevrolet.
Cougars
Coach
are
Warner
leading it.
talking to the ref saying that guy might have leapt over the center, which is illegal. I didn't really get a good look on that, but had about 2 or 3 guys in that backfield.
In a hurry.
Yeah.
It's another $100 from George Weber Chevrolet.
Great 2 first drives there by the defense and the offense. Cut it to a 1-score game. Now you just need your defense go out there and get another stop.
Here comes a fake reverse this time. I think it's going to be another good kick by Keegan.
I'm saying touchback.
Look how they have everybody up close here, the first 2 lines.
Pooch it around the 25.
Oh, man, that's a great call.
Maybe go get it.
Central standing at the 4-yard line and then at the 37. So there's a big area there.
I'd send this baby deep, though.
And he does. Great kick once again. Caught at the 2, and there's the reverse. They're coming right at us here. And loses the edge by Osvedo, number 30. And it's going to be good swarm tackling, though. Cooper White is the initial guy to come down and make the tackle. Osvedo nearly lost the edge.
Dalton Rainwater and Cooper White on the tackle performance.
Ball going to be on the 19-yard line for the Cougars. See if this Eagles defense is able to get another quick stop. 9:05 remaining in the third quarter. Going to be a toss to the left side. They're trying to get out wide. Good job there by Ribbling, forcing it in. Brandon Jackson makes the tackle. Gain of 4. 2nd and 6.
No gain on the play. Maybe 2.
Defensive line doing a great job there getting in that backfield. Did gain about 4 there, but able to open up a lane for those linebackers to float the ball, make a tackle. Going to be pistol back behind the quarterback, sniffer back to the right, single receiver to the right and to the left. Quarterback's going to give it right up the middle. Going to be 4 or 5 Eagles there. Going to be maybe a gain of 2. Going to bring up a 3rd and 4. Great job there by Josiah Miller. Hudson Bryant and Mason Bagley back there as well. We'll call it 3rd and a long 4 here. Good job by this defense so far in the second half. Going to have doubles to the right. Sniffer back right. Looks like they got the tight end to that left side. Getting some running back in motion over here to the right. Quarterback's going to roll to the right.
The middle.
He's going to throw it to number 9. Going to be enough for a first down. Makes the catch at the 31-yard line. Will move the sticks. First down Central.
Other action for the Eagles tonight, the boys soccer team started playoffs. They played Metro East Lutheran. Columbia is the number 1 seed, the number 7 seed, Metro East Lutheran. That game was at 4:30. Still looking to find a final on that one tonight. Doubles the left side. Going to be a reverse coming right at us again. It's going to be good for a first down. Big gain there by Central. First down. Looked like it was going to be a speed option out to the left, and they come right back on the counter.
Great play call there.
That'll give Central another first down.
And that's something you'll probably only see 1 or 2 times throughout the whole game, but usually works on those counters when you're not really ready for them. 1st and 10, ball on the 50-yard line.
Going to be a toss this time to the left side. A lot of lead blockers there. Keegan Thompson making the tackle. Getting cleaned up there by Brandon Jackson.
Cade Rockers on the carry. Goes to Eagles on the tackle for no gain. Brings up second down.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Maybe they got a yard out of it, half of a yard.
Gonna go doubles to the right, tight end to the right. First time I think we've seen this formation. Hard count. Eagles don't jump on the 2nd and 9, 6:30 in the third quarter. Quarterback's looking to the left side, and he fumbles it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Keegan Thompson was there to make the sack. He picks it up. Eagles are going to take over at the 41-yard line.
Quarterback
He
dropped back the pass.
He had that popcorn at halftime, I guess.
He's going to throw a simple slant route, it looked like, across the middle of the field. Whoop! Drop something.
Gonna need that.
Eagles take over at the 40-yard line.
Taking a shot?
I think you do. Anytime you get a turnover or any turnover, take a shot downfield. You got 3 guys over here to the left, only two guys.
Trips left, running back left. Man to man. It's going to be a fake. It's going to be a screen to Ribbling. He's going to have to get up behind his
There you go.
lineman. He gains second.
That's a setup play right there,
And
Alex.
2 after, 2nd and 1 after the 9-yard gain.
We're going to come back to something like that, but we're going to run a wheel out of it. Corner's going to think, oh, I remember that play. I got to come up and tackle this guy. No, watch this guy behind you.
Doubles to the right side now. Sniffer back right, pistol back is Hicks. We're going to hand the ball off to him. Good job there. They called the hold. Well,
going to be on Riebling. Looked like
there is no denying that penalty as 3 flags come in.
kind of drug him to the ground a little bit.
Flag on the play.
Big penalty there.
Yeah, and I don't think we've had too many wide receiver holdings this year, which is really good because stock blocking is one of the hardest things to do as a wide receiver. But all you have to really do is just stand in his way for enough time to have your athletes make a play. There, Riebling just got a little bit too engaged. Going to be a holding call.
So now you got 2nd and 11.
Oh, here it comes.
Trips to the left side. Hicks is your running back to the left of Vaguely.
Safety's going to drop.
Biltman drops it.
Another
Throw
flag.
another flag.
If they call that block in the back, that is terrible.
I think he was just riding the guy right there.
He was.
They're going to call it on Denny. I think he was just riding the defender, holding on the Eagles. So you went from 2nd and 1 to now 2nd and 21.
You can't be having that.
Or you think they decline the penalty and give you 3rd and 11? Declined. 3rd and 11 now. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take that all day.
This is 4-down territory. You
Yeah,
only need
for
5
sure.
yards, 6 yards here if you're the Eagles.
And you had 2nd down and 21. You get a stop there, you're looking good, and you're going to have some good field position there. So thanks, Shorty. Appreciate it.
Eagles are going to have a tight end left, sniffer back left.
19's blitzing off this right edge.
It's going to be a handoff. We're going to try to go underneath of him. Hicks keeps his feet moving. He gains 4. Going to be a 4th down and 7. We're going to send the hands team out now.
Logan Hicks, the ball
Biltman, Ribbling, and Denny go on.
Owen Showmaker on the tackle for Cougars.
Nelson, Hicks, and Andrews come off. Trips to the right side. Here comes a hard count. Look how quick we got to the line of scrimmage. Nope. Fooled me. Trips to the right side, rolling to the right side, and nothing. We had Sam Denny was wide open at the sticks. Just didn't have time to get it over to him, and it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Looked like that was Joe Kish there. Couldn't really get outside of that D end.
Cole Cap and Logan McDonald on the tackle.
He kind of got in that backfield and took Mason down. Turnover on downs. Central will take over with 4:40 left. in this third quarter.
In that soccer game today, the Eagles were victorious 8-0 over Metro East Lutheran. So they move on. I believe that was a regional semifinal game, so they are going to move on to the regional final now at Father McGivney.
Deuce backfield.
Doubles to the right side.
Option.
Quarterback RPO. They're going to throw it to number 7 across the middle on a
Triple option there.
There's a lot going on there.
Pass complete to number 7, Jack Sturgeon.
You have 4 different plays out of that right there. Give it to the running back. You can fake it. Run like a little play action RPO. And you have option off of that as well with your other running back out of the backfield, or the quarterback can just keep it himself. We'll call it second and about 2.
It's going to be a run this time with number 2. Good job there by the Eagles forcing it out wide.
He's going to have the first down. Needed to get to the 49. I think he got there.
Nope. No, that.
Both refs are saying move the chains. And it will be first down Central.
Now that there's all these turf fields, there's hardly any measurements anymore.
Yeah.
First and 10 for the Cougars. 3:40 remaining in the third quarter. Eagles still trail this one on the Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard, 19-13. Central right up to the line of scrimmage. It's just an ISO right up the middle with number 4. Gain of 2. You're laughing and shaking your head as the lineman just laid on top of our defense.
And then, then you just have to lay there and wait for him to get up.
Yeah.
Kaysen Muskop was the one on the bottom there. And the lineman kind of just laid on top of him, and Kaysen just laying there on his belly. 2nd and 9.
4 down lineman for the Eagles now. It's going to be a bootleg.
Low.
Throw it low. Thank you for throwing it low. Intended on the play was number 36 for the Cougars. Number 36 is Logan McDonald, the senior tight end fullback, 6'1", 200 pounds. Third and 9. Eagles fans are trying to get into it here, and this is a big play. Can set up a long 4th down here. Motion man's number 4. They fake it to him. They're going to keep rolling. Looking for number 7. Good job there, Sam Denny. Read it like a book. Fourth and 9, and if you're Central, do you try to pin them here?
I think you do.
You're kicking into the wind, 2:56.
Great job by Sam Denny, though, to close that separation in on him and the receiver and
somebody's got to come out.
Get his left hand out there to block that ball away. 4th and 9 now. Clock stops at 2:56. Looks like the Eagles are going to get this ball back.
Keegan's coming to try to make a block. Jackson gets back there. It gets off, and it's going to bounce at the 23 and go out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Some seniors that we haven't mentioned. Peyton Andrews, he is going to be going to college, going for business. Sean Horn is undecided if he's going to go for business or welding. Hayden Herdlicka is also undecided. Brandon Jackson going to be going to Swick for welding. Joe Kish going to be a sports journalist. Lucas Ribling going is undecided. He just wants to play college baseball. Ben Simmons is just going to be going to college. He's undecided. And Maddox Steffen will be going pursuing a trade school. So that's the 11 seniors that we honored here tonight on senior night. Eagles now have 80 yards, 2:48 in the third quarter. Number 19 steps up. He's read and run. He comes in hard, and it's going to be vaguely trying to make something happen, but no time to do anything. Loss of 2 on the play.
Number 36.
Like Mason Saul.
I'd like to see a good drive here. Sorry to interrupt you, but
No, you're fine. I think Mason tonight doing a pretty good job of doing those reads, but there at the end came right at him and couldn't really make a play. 2nd and 12.
doubles to the left side. Mason's going to have to scramble again. Loss of 2, maybe 1 on the sack. Don't know if we were setting up for a screen there.
This is where I like the rollout's been working for him the last 2 drives, so I think you got to go back to that rollout. Get him on the outside of those tackles and let him make a play. It's kind of hard when you got 3 or 4 D linemen and you're trying to look downfield to make a good throw, and you got 3rd and long.
Trips left bunch. 2 defenders still on our 3 offensive guys. Hagley's looking this way. He's going to have to step up. Still looking this way. Throws across the field. It's always a dangerous throw. And it falls incomplete off the hands of Ribbling.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Hagley's pass to Riebling falls incomplete.
As soon as he says go, it's like a sieve of defenders coming in, getting in his face.
I think even if you're Mason there, you don't throw that ball.
No.
Cross field. Didn't even know who the receiver was that he was
Could've
throwing
been
it
caught.
to. Yeah, and Riebling almost came down with it. But that's a play that it's scary. Almost another. I think that one got tipped.
That got tipped, but luckily we get a good bounce.
In a game that feels like nothing's going our way, we're only down 6, Alex.
Yeah.
Hagley's punt's tipped. Stone rolls out at the 40-yard line.
So that keeps the score, Breese Central 19, Columbia 13. In more regional action, the Highland Regional for cross country is Saturday, October 21st, with the girls race starting at 9 a.m., boys starting at 10 a.m. And the only other sport we have left is volleyball. And on the next change of possession, we'll be talking about the volleyball regional that's going to be coming up. There comes a reverse to number 2,
Triple
another reverse. Good job defending down the field. And number 2.
What are you doing, Peyton?
Gain of
There's a flag.
20 currently. Hopefully it's a hold.
Reverse from Central.
They're waving it off.
Flag on the play.
Peyton Andrews instantly looked to the sideline.
While
like
the play was still going,
Yeah.
While the play was still going on, he let the running back run right past his face while the ball was getting thrown over his head.
So another blown coverage. Leads to a 20-yard gain. 1st and 10 now for the Cougars as the penalty flag was waved off. I don't understand how you can wave that off because you're the official standing on the side of the field.
And Central going to burn a timeout. That play clock was running down.
You're the side judge in that instance, and you throw the flag, and then you wave it off. You had to see something. So that was a triple reverse pass there on that play. Good for 20. With the volleyball team starting their regionals, they are in the Nashville regional. Their play begins on Tuesday. Columbia is the 3 seed. They will play the winner of Nashville and Sparta, the 5 and 11. The number 2 seed in their regional is Breese Mater Dei. So that is always a fun program to watch with Breese Mater Dei. So hopefully the Eagles are clicking on all cylinders here on all sports as regional and postseason play begins, well, tonight for soccer and next week for the other sports. Obviously football will not be in it. But we will have one more week of football as we go to Jerseyville. I believe Jerseyville only has 3 wins this year. They'll be trying to play, I think if they need a couple wins here, they go to Highland tonight, who's 6-1. So they got a tall task ahead of them tonight. Going to be a pitch to the left side. Keegan Thompson, good job making a pursuit, making the tackle after a 5-yard gain. So we will bring you the Aces Wild pregame show. It'll be audio only once again for all road games at 6:30-ish next week.
We'll try to not have 8 broadcasts for
Yeah.
you next week.
We'll be sitting outside, so we shouldn't have any buildings interfering with our cell phone. Hard count there for the Cougars. Nobody jumps. See what the Cougars do this time. They're running 3 guys pulling the football over to the left side. Number 2, Shifty. They've got 2 linemen pulling, plus number 36 is pulling over that way too. So,
And like we said, 36 is taking you to the ball almost every time. He's being that lead blocker for number 2, Rakers. And he's looked pretty good tonight. 71 attempts, 465 yards, 6 touchdowns on the season with a 6.5 average. So he's averaging almost 7 yards a carry. I bet it's like that tonight.
Wildcat here for the Cougars. They're going to try to run to the right side, keeps his feet moving, and he's going to be short by about a foot. 2nd and goal. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles got to score early. Had a chance at scoring again to tie the game up, but they're going to go into the 4th quarter trailing 19-13. We'll be back with the 4th quarter right after this. Welcome back into the KCHS broadcast of the Eagles and the Cougars, 19-13. Eagles are going to need a big stop here as the ball's on about the 1-foot line. Talk about reversing a field right there, going from one end to the other. Central going to go under center. No.
Run Wildcat again.
They're going to run to the right side, and it's going to be good for a touchdown.
That thing is absurd.
I wonder if ours is that loud when we score.
No, it's not even close.
Well, I'm just thinking maybe because it's coming right at us.
That thing
maybe
is
they're going to go for 2 and make it a 14-point game. So this is still a big 2-point conversion.
Yeah, it is.
Right now you're down 12. If you're Peyton, I'd like to see Peyton. He's stepped up a little bit. Hard count, nothing going.
Could run a simple out route over there to that right side right now.
Yeah, he's
Get
still
to that,
5
get
yards
to that
off.
pylon. Now you're going to have to – you're supposed to bump that.
Quarterback's going to keep it himself, lower his shoulder, get into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. So that takes the Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard now after the 2-point conversion. Breese 27, Columbia 13. So now you're in a must-score drive here if you're the Eagles offense. You got 11:58 remaining in the ball game, so that was a big 2-point conversion there for Breese.
Yeah, puts them up 14 now. Eagles will have to score twice, make both PATs, but also going to have to get a couple stops after we score, so hopefully we can get a big return. We've seen a return out to midfield, maybe the 40-yard line. I want to see one close to the other side of the field, get to the other 30, other 20, maybe even score on one of them. I don't think we've had a special teams touchdown yet this season.
Not that I can think of, no.
I know we scored our first defensive touchdown last week with that scoop and score by Hudson Bryant. Looks like Rainwater and Jace Nelson back deep. Standing around the 15 and 10-yard line.
Did number 63 kick with his left foot?
No, it was his right. He just lined up differently.
Oh. It's going to be caught at about the 7 by Jace Nelson. He's going to get to the 20.
Good tackle.
Where he's going to be brought down. So Eagles offense now going into the wind. And that's going to be pretty big too if it gets late in the game and the Eagles got a chance of throwing the ball downfield. Having to throw into the wind just a tad, not too much of a breeze.
Yeah, it's died down a little bit. Looking at that flag across the way on their sideline, it's kind of sitting still now. So will be able to take a shot downfield, hopefully. Big drive here, though, down 14.
Doubles for the Eagles. Running back is Janik to the right side of Vaguely. Low snap, gets picked up. He rolls to the side where it is dropped by a sure-handed Ribbling. Look at Coach Horner there. That has got to be a timing play that you don't even really take steps back. You're squaring your shoulders up.
Getting rid of it.
And the footwork on that, like I said, you don't really have much footwork. You're just dropping your right side so that you can square your shoulders and let her go. Andrews comes on. Biltman goes off. 4 linemen, 3 linebackers. Safety's creeping up, standing about 10 yards deep. Eagles are going to fake the handoff and throw to a crossing route with Denny. It's going to be good for 13 yards and a Columbia Eagles first down.
Great ball there by Mason. Fitted in that little pocket there between the safety and the linebacker. Sam Denny got to that perfect spot right in the middle of them.
Got to have a little urgency here if you're the Eagles. Try to get something going, too. I mean, you're trying to.
Hicks in at wide receiver now.
This is a new one here. It's going to be a handoff with Janik. Keeps his feet moving. Gets to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be a 2nd and 10 now, 11:20 on the game clock.
Janik is back to the line of scrimmage.
Hicks comes off now. Ribbling comes on.
I don't think we've seen Hicks line up as a wide receiver all year. He kind of just went in there as a decoy. Went in the block a little bit, but Riebling checking right back in. Ball on this right hash.
Like I said, you got to have a little urgency. We're under 11 now. You still got to score, make a stop, and get something going. Play action, bootleg to the left side.
Got him.
Sets his receiver just a little high there as intended for Peyton Andrews. 3rd and 10 now.
That's a big play there. You got to get at least 4 or 5 yards there.
Ball is incomplete, brings up 3rd down Columbia.
And if you're 3rd and 10 here, throw another incomplete pass. Might have to punt it.
Rainwater comes over here to the bottom of the formation. He's on the ball. 2 receivers off. Denny is going to be on the Trips left side. Janik running back on the right side. Bagley's looking to the left, now comes across the field. He's got a slant to Rainwater and a great catch by Rainwater. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. I think that was a one-handed snap there.
Great ball there by Mason again, waiting for him to make his break. It was kind of a dig route, turned it into kind of a post. Need to be getting these play calls in right now.
Mason's 10 yards deep yet, still trying to get the play call in. Let's go.
Clock now at almost 10:30. It's almost a minute every time we get a play call in.
Trips to the left side, same formation here. Still only 2 defenders over there. We're going to fake the handoff. Vaguely's going to keep it himself. Great job there by number 84. Holding his position and staying there. Gain of 1.
84, Jackie Camworth.
I don't know if he saw a motion. We didn't have any motion there, so he just did a great job stepping up. I guess it's one of those, if your lineman goes away, you got to fill that hole. Especially as a linebacker coming up. Same formation still. 2nd and 9. Going to be a slant once again. It's going to be dropped. Had the slant once again. I think Dalton ran a little deep there on his slant. He's got to come straight across there. You don't have much time.
Look, Coach Horner telling him right now.
Ran a little deep there.
Yep, because that safety's creeping. You don't want to get all the way over to that other safety. That's what he did there. Great job there by Rakers at that safety position there to come over, play help side. Now you're at 3rd and 9. Most likely now you're in 4 down territory. So 2 plays here to get 9 yards. Keep this drive alive.
Trips left bunch. Motion man is Ribbling. They fake it to him. Looking deep for Biltman. Number 14's going down. He high points it and incomplete. At around the 20-yard line. 4th down and 9 now.
See, I don't know if I like that.
This is where you need to have one of your trick plays, and
I think you run that on 3rd down. Now you're stuck at a 4th and 9 where you don't have a lot of plays, and you can give the ball right back to them, right at midfield, down 14, where they can just run this clock down. Biggest play of the game right here so far.
Trips to the left side, under 10 seconds now on the play clock. Eagles need the 36-yard line. They're starting at the 45. Bagley steps up, makes one man miss. He's going to have to scramble. He needs a lot of help right here. And
Should have flopped.
yeah,
I
it's
would've.
tackled out of bounds. Only gains about 5, and it's a turnover on downs.
Bagley scrambles to get out of bounds. Winding up in the first.
I didn't even see, did he have anybody open on that? Or?
Not really, no.
So the Cougars are going to take over, 9:35. We need another scoop and score here out of the Eagles.
And if you're Central with 9:36, we're going to try to run this clock down as much as possible. Columbia still has, I believe, 2 timeouts.
Quarterback's going to keep it himself. And he's going to get to the 49, gain of 8. Hudson took on the block there.
Too much on first down. You can't be giving up 8 yards on first down, especially down 2 scores. Going to need a stop here around midfield. Try to get this ball back. 9 minutes and counting.
Hudson Bryant going to go put his hand down on the right side. Hicks is stepping up on the left. Going to hand the ball off this time to number 4 and nearly gets brought down in the backfield by Bryant. But instead it's going to be a gain of 10, 1st and 10 for the Cougars as they get into Eagle territory at about the 42-yard line.
Cougars picks up the first down. Sam Denny on the tackle for Columbia.
Clock keeps ticking, not the Eagles' friend at 8:45 now. Doubles to the left side, sniffer back left. They're going to run it to the left side as 2 big linemen are pulling. It's going to be another hold there, still not called. And it's going to be good for about 15, 1st down for the Cougars again.
Saw 2 holds there on that play.
Again.
Riebling basically got
tackled
like he did earlier on his holding call. No call, going to move the chains. 8:20 now in this 4th quarter. Eagles trailing 27-13. After we were up 7-0 early, they proceeded to go on a 19-0 run. Now it's 27-13 after Rainwater caught a touchdown pass.
Man, how do you have that if you're Central?
Timeout Central.
Central burns a timeout. We're going to run to a break. 8:01 remaining in the game clock. We'll be back to the Columbia Multi-Purpose Field right after this. Welcome back to the Columbia Multi-Purpose Field where the Eagles and the Cougars are in a Week 8 battle here. Central leading this one. It's going to be a sweep to the right side. Hicks is going to try to chase down number 4, misses a shoestring tackle, and it's going to be a gain of 3, 2nd and 7 coming up. And the Eagles, 7:50 on the game clock. It's not on their side right now.
Yeah, and I think you're in a position now, Alex, where hopefully Coach Germain said something about it, but anytime you're going in for a tackle, try to strip that ball away.
Down 6.
Put your helmet on it, start punching at it, try to get a turnover. get a little momentum on your side with only 7:30 left. You're going to need to score 2 touchdowns. You don't even have the ball.
Doubles to the left side. They're going to hand the ball off up the middle. Number 4 is going to go straight ahead, lowers his shoulder, goes over the top of Vegley. And it's going to be good for 10. 1st and 10 now for Central at the 15-yard line, 7:17 on the game clock. Same formation still. Looked like that was just a little bit of a counter there out of Central.
Probably going to be the same play the next. Nope.
We're going to go to the end zone here. Going to number 19, and it's going to be incomplete. Now, that's the kind of defense that we show. Good defense there by Peyton Andrews. Got to say that first. That's the defense we saw earlier that they called the holding penalty on Biltman.
Yep. And he basically, because Andrews there had his hands on him. I mean, both guys kind of just fighting for the ball. And good job there by Peyton Andrews. Go up and try to high point that ball. Incomplete pass. Stops the clock at 7:03.
2nd and 10.
Look at that. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Gonna have a tight end in the game now. Motion man number 9. This is his specialty, it looks like. Good job, Keegan Thompson. Taking on the block, making the tackle, loss of 3.
Number 13, Keegan Thompson on the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
We're excited for him. Going to see a lot more of him in the next couple years. Really a guy that stepped up as that outside linebacker position. Not afraid to stick his nose in there. Also doing a great job on the kicking this year.
So now you got a 3rd down and long. See if the Eagles can make a stop here. Going to be another pass play. Quarterback's looking to the right side. He's going to the end zone once again, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown for the Cougars. Vegley was there, just a step off. Good catch there out of the Central receiver. Third and long there.
Great ball there by the quarterback, too, putting it in only a spot where that wide receiver can go up and get it. Low kick.
Low kick. No line drive, no good. So that's still a 20-point deficit for the Eagles. Vandy McGuire Group scoreboard, Breese 33, Columbia 13. 6:25 remaining in the game, so you're still down 3 scores. So definitely need the hurry-up offense here. Once you score, you're going to have to go and get an onside kick, score again.
Get another onside kick.
Get another onside
then
kick.
Then go score.
And then go score. And you don't miss any PATs. We'll go home smiling. Mason was right there on that defense. It was just a good catch. And like you said, the quarterback threw a ball that
only his wide receiver could go up and get it.
And I was kind of wrong on that possession. I thought they were going to run the ball a lot more. They threw 4 or 5 times, stopping the clock. 6:25 left now. Columbia's got enough time for, I'd say, hopefully 3 drives, but I'm thinking only 2 if we can get that ball back after we score.
Thanks for listening once again here on KCHS. We'll bring you one more week of Eagle football next week when we go to Jerseyville. 63 sends it deep again. Going to be caught by Rainwater at the 5. He's going to go to the left side, gets the 20 to the 25, where he is brought down at the 27 officially. So now if you're Mason, you just gave up the touchdown there. Now you got to clear your head and get down the field.
18. Owen Shoemaker on the stop for the Cougars.
See what the Eagles offense can get going here. Eagles line is set up.
I'd like to see Sam Denny try to get in the end zone here. Hasn't scored all year. Rainwater's got 3, Biltman's got 1. So that other senior wide receiver, try to get him in the end zone.
Rolling out to the right side, going to be caught by Denny at the 30, gets up to the 32, out of bounds. Gain of 6. Nope, gain of 5.
Has 3 touchdowns on the season.
2nd and 5 now for the Eagles. Sticking with doubles. Ball on the right hash now. Running back is Hicks to Vegley's right side. Going to be another quick out route once again by Denny. This time it is caught, yard short.
I don't think he got out of bounds either.
I think the clock keeps going. They keep it going. Yep, 6:05.
Denny from Vegley.
Now they're saying first down.
That's enough for Eagles first down.
And now we're losing.
Now we're losing time. So that was a 15-second runoff right there
It's still running.
because the officials didn't know what was going on. Looks like the Eagles are going to go trips left this time. Nope, they got Andrews in, so typically he's going to be your tight end. Sniffer back.
Why do we have no awareness right now?
Doubles to the left side. Sniffer back is Andrews to the left. They're going to hand the ball off, try to go up the middle. It's going to be Hicks. He lowers his shoulder. He's got a first down. Now the clock's going to stop at 5:24. Get up to the line of scrimmage. Good play call there. Nobody's expecting a run.
62, Colcap on the stop for Cougars.
Going to go doubles this time. Ball still on the right hash. Running back right. He's moving to the left. Hicks knows he's got to be in a hurry. Vegley's looking to the left side. He's got no time whatsoever. Loss of 10. At one time, there was 3 linemen pushing their guy in the back towards Vegley. Loss of 10 on the play, 2nd and 20.
Yeah, and you even had Logan Hicks trying to step up, make a block or two for Mason Vegley, but 3 of them able to get there and make a tackle. Shall I say sack for almost a 12-yard loss.
I'd be interested to see how many sacks we've given up this year. Doubles to the left side, Sniffer back left, running back, going to run to the left. It's going to be Hicks. He's going to try to get to the outside. Like for him to get out of bounds. Does he? No sign out of the official. I guess he stayed in then. Going to be a 3rd and 14, 4-down territory for the Eagles. 4:12 on the game clock. Hicks comes off. Janik comes running on. Doubles to the left side into the boundary. Ball at the 45-yard line. Going to be a low snap. They're going to hand the ball off, but with the low snap, throws off the timing. Then it's a fumble. It's still bouncing around. We'll see who they give it to. I believe it's going to be picked up by the Eagles' number 52. Good job there by Kaysen Musk up there to make the fumble recovery. Janik now comes off. Not putting any pressure on his left side.
Brings up 4th down for Columbia.
Fourth and 21. Empty backfield. Trips to the left side, doubles to the right, into the boundary, 3:15.
Oh, watch your backside.
All sorts of pressure. Once again, same story.
Face mask, too, and they missed it. Mason complaining about it as well.
Logan McDonald.
Mason all night really has had no time in that pocket. Trying to throw the ball downfield, do anything he can just to give his wide receivers a chance, but not even enough time to get the ball out or even get out of the pocket on that one. So turnover on downs once again for the Eagles. Back-to-back drives.
3:10 remaining for the Cougars offense. 25-yard line. Central's going to go doubles to the right side, Sniffer back to the right. Pistol back is the running back. A slow-moving play right there. Gain of 2, maybe 3. Brings up a 2nd and 7.
Looks like mostly all the seniors are in right now on the defensive side of the ball, so that's always good to see. Andrews. See Riebling over here, Denny out here, Brody Furlow. Well, that might be Ben Simmons, actually. You got Herdlick on that right side as well.
Going to the left side with a pitch. Good job there, stepping up.
Make a tackle.
Hudson Bryant was there in the backfield, missed the tackle. It's going to be a gain of 2. Gets it to the 20. 3rd and 5. Number 75 for the Cougars is slow to his feet. Bradley Strubhart, the senior, 5'9", 215. And if you're Central here, you got the playoffs coming in the future. You've got a game that's won, only 2:20 remaining in the ball game. So if you're Breese, you're thinking about getting guys off the field as well.
Yep.
You don't need any stupid injuries in week 8.
Not sure who they play next week, but looks like they're going to move to 6-2 on the season after this one. 4-1 in the conference. Eagles most likely going to fall to 1-7, 1-4 in the conference. And I was looking for that Freeburg-Salem score all night. No sign of it. I could not find it.
Central's going to come out for the 3rd and 5 now. Clock will start, 2:23 remaining. Ball's on the left hash, tight end to the left. They're going to run it to the right, though, with number 47, who's going to get to the 17. Going to be a 4th and 2 now. Central will be playing at Heron next week. Heron typically has a good football program, knocked us out of the playoffs a couple times. I think we've played them twice in the playoffs, and they beat us both years in the playoffs, back in 2003 and 2011. So 4th and 2 for the Cougars, trying to put the game away, 1:40 on the clock. They're going to hand the ball off up the middle. They're going to get the first down, and they'll be able to knee it out now. And that's going to be victory formation now.
47, Jonathan Moss.
Once again, thanks for listening to us here in Week 8 from the Columbia Multipurpose Field. Eagles are going to lose this one 33-13. We're just going to do a quick postgame show right here. We'd like to thank Electrodor for supplying the dinner tonight from the Columbia City Saloon to the boys for pregame. Also like to thank the Columbia Quarterback Club for getting Columbia City Saloon here for the volunteers as well. We honored our 11 seniors, the ROTC, the flag personnel, and our cheerleaders here on senior night. So the last game on the field for some of these guys, it's going to be a tough loss, but another game that I think we're a couple plays away from a totally different ball game.
Yeah, that first drive we came out looked pretty darn good going down the field, especially making a stop on that first one too. But that block punt really, I think, changed the whole momentum of this game. But, I mean, going to the next week, Jerseyville, never really know what to expect with them. Don't play them. I think we've only played them, I'd say, six, 7 years maybe now. So it's always a fun one going to Jerseyville. But going to take the loss here tonight, 33-13. But overall, I think we played a decent game up front. I just think we didn't have enough time on – we ran the ball okay.
Ran the ball well, yeah.
I just think whenever we were trying to throw, even when we had him getting out of the pocket and trying to throw on the run, looks a lot better. But he had no time standing in that pocket trying to throw the ball downfield.
Well, that's going to do it. We're going to be one more broadcast for you all. It's going to be the audio only, so thank you to Mr. Nickerson for doing everything here on KCHS whenever we bring you the camera angles, and Josh Rushing as well for doing the camera angles for us. Eagles are going to fall to 1-7 on the year after the 33-13 loss here in Columbia. For Jared Germain, I'm Alex Schlemmer. We will see you all next week with the Aces Wild pregame show at 6:30 live from Jerseyville.
Go Eagles, baby.